All right, so back to critical reasoning. We have problem number 6 here on page 45. And if you haven't had a chance to give this one a shot yet, go ahead and do that. We'll get back to the explanation. So looking at problem number 6 on page 45, we see which of the following indicates the researcher's precaution might not have the result of decreasing their risk of heart disease. This is a plan question. The researcher's precaution means a plan, and the result means the goal. So our two-word code here is going to be plan, weaken. This is a plan question we're going to weaken. We're going to say their plan isn't really going to work out here. Let's see what we've got. So their goal is to decrease the risk of heart disease. So that's your goal right there. Decrease the risk of heart disease. So now we have to figure out what their plan is. Well, they have found that people who drink 5 or more cups of coffee a day have a risk of heart disease 2.5 times the average. So 2.5 times the average risk of heart disease after corrections have been made for age and smoking habits. Members of the research team say that on the basis of their findings, they limit their coffee intake to 2 cups. Okay? Limit their daily coffee intake to 2 cups. Basically what they're saying here is that drinking these 5 cups of coffee appears to give you a 2.5 times the average risk of a heart attack. So they're really saying the coffee is the cause of the increased risk, and so their plan is to ditch the 5 cups of coffee and not have the increased risk. Okay, so let's see what could go in the way here. Boy, choice D would sure be an excellent answer choice, wouldn't it? Answer choice D says, as you can see right here, subsequent studies have consistently shown that heavy smokers consume coffee at about 3 times the rate of non-smokers. And that's just people that use substances, you know, they tend to use quite a few of them, so nicotine, caffeine, those kind of go together. And the reason why this one's out is it says in the stimulus, after corrections are made for age and smoking habits. So unfortunately, this answer choice cannot be correct because the corrections have been made. So the smoking habits, the age have been taken out. Now let's go through the other answer choices since D is gone, and let's see. The study found for people who drank 3 or more cups, the additional risk of heart disease increased with each extra cup. Right, but that would support the idea of limiting. So this goes the wrong direction. This actually strengthens. B, per capita coffee consumption has been declining over the past 20 years because of the increasing popularity of soft drinks. Not sure what that has to do with their plan at all. C, the study did not collect information that would show whether variations in the level of coffee consumption are directly related to variations in stress, a major causal factor in heart disease. So it is possible that stress is itself the cause of 2 things. Coffee drinking, right? Coffee drinking, and also increased risk of heart disease. HD, heart disease. So it's actually a 3rd factor that's causing both of the other 2. And that's going to be your correct answer here because, you know, if you've got the stress, just cutting out the coffee may not do it. The classic 3 variables scenario is people say, did you know that the risk of, or the level of violence in the southern United States is tied to the level of ice cream sales? And at that point you have to say, well, what's causing what? I mean, does ice cream cause violence? Do people that have been violent want to get a little ice cream afterwards? It actually is what? Heat. The hotter it is, the more ice cream is sold, and the hotter it is, the more violent people become. The peak of violence is said to be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And after that, people tend to be too hot for violence, really, at that point. So we've got a third factor here, the stress. Okay, so they're not going to reach their goal if they still have the stress. And then let's look at E. Subsequent studies have shown that heavy coffee consumption tends to cause an elevated blood cholesterol level. Look, this also strengthens. A and E each strengthen this thing because they're both telling you that the coffee is the culprit. So C is the correct answer, D is the trap answer, and that is problem number 6.